Hello, Night Nation. Trylko joined by Andrew Cherico down on the field here at the Bounce House following the Knights' 37-24 loss to BYU, undefeated BYU. Not a happy homecoming for the Knights. A lot of things went wrong in this one, Andrew. What stands out to you?
UCF didn't rely on the rushing game again. R.J. Harvey had over 100 rushing yards going into the half, and he just seemed to barely pass 130 in the entire game. Not that, and they couldn't get first downs on the field. It felt like 3 and out every other possession. The passing game is non-existent for UCF. It's rough.
Jacari Brown starts the game, does not finish the game. Now another quarterback for the Knights in Dylan Risk. That's 4 quarterbacks through 8 games. Head coach Gus Malzahn non-committal to who might start next week in the space game against Arizona. This is a BYU team that had the ball for 40 minutes in this game. I want to take you back, though, to a moment, Andrew, where the Knights are driving down the field. Could possibly cut this one to 17-14 maybe at the half. And then there's a taunting penalty on Jacari.
Yeah, that was a rough play. I mean, you understand the excitement of the players and making a big play, but sometimes you guys got to be more disciplined. It's a rough play, but it's more than just taunting and celebrating. It's about putting points on the board and allowing your team the best position to win. Not only just that, but the BYU scored a touchdown prior to the end of the half.
That was a backbreaker, yeah. Right? You're 17-10. Get out of the half, right?
Killed momentum, killed all momentum. UCF would have had the ball 17-10 going into the third quarter and had a chance to make it a one-possession game. Instead, it turns 24-10, and all momentum was killed after that.
Well, let's hear from head coach Gus Malzahn and players.
You know, JB, they took away the quarterback run, which, you know, that's what teams will start doing now. And you know, we weren't real successful. We were okay with RPOs, but we missed some things, obviously, turning the ball over. You know, and so put Dylan in there, and he gave us a spark and did a really good job with his progression and all that. You know, we didn't want to put EJ in there for his red shirt and all that. You start thinking about that this time of year with 2 games already played. But Dylan seized the moment. He did a good job, gave us some life right there, and I think he led us to, 2 touchdowns right there.
Gus, is Jacari your quarterback still moving forward? You
know, right now what we're going to do is we're going to figure out, watch the film, and we're going to figure out whoever gives us the best chance in every position. I mean, you know, we're in the same situation we were last year, and we got to figure out a way to finish the same way we did last year. So we'll watch the film and we'll decide.
I feel like we just need to, you know, focus on the details, just continue to go into practice and just, you know, move on from this game and be ready for the opponent next week and just continue to grow and be better as offense.
Is there something from how you dug out of last year's losing streak that you can apply and snap this one?
I don't really look too much at last year. I know we were in a similar position last year. I'm just looking forward to, you know, playing this next game and, you know, getting some momentum moving forward. I know we got to win these next 4 games, so just take it 1 week at a time.
You experienced a losing streak like this last year. What was it that was able to get you to pull out of that losing streak that you think you can apply here?
Truly, guys, just stepping up. You know, we need, you know, we got to get the guys who are able to. We just need more guys to step up, just like we did last year. You know, those guys came along and we started making those plays, and, you know, more guys started speaking up, and we were able to get out the funk we were in last year and, you know, get to that bowl game.
I mean, I'm disappointed the fact that we didn't play good football today. That's what I'm disappointed in. What we got to do, we find ourselves in the exact same situation we were last year, and we got to figure out a way to finish like we did last year.
Well, Andrew, things did not go well for the Knights. They went very well for BYU, who remains undefeated and will no doubt climb a little bit more in the polls.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to speak with BYU head coach Kalani Sitake, and the game plan was simple. Stop the run, force UCF to pass it. It's been like that for the past couple of weeks. Not only that, but you mentioned the 40 minutes of possession time. I mean, it's hard not to win a game when you have the ball that much. Let's hear from BYU.
It's very unique, and that's why he's a big-time player. I think he's a next-level player. But it was difficult for us, especially that style. You don't see it. It's hard. So it's hard to simulate it in practice with your scout team. They work hard for it, but when you see the actual speed in person, you can appreciate it. For me, after the game, you know. But like, yeah, we knew when we watched film how dangerous he could be, and he proved it today. But I'm glad that we were able to kind of minimize the gain, even though he had his yards.
On 3rd and long, is it down for us that we make sure we're not going to make a really bad mistake? A lot of times you see teams get really aggressive on 3rd and long. That's where turnovers happen. But Coach A-Rod was calling some plays, man. He was dipping deep in his bag, and we were executing pretty big deal, right? When you get down there and they have to sub the D-line, now they don't have their star guys in. That helps us in the run game. This guy took advantage of that on that 12-yard rush for a touchdown. Yeah, I mean, that was something we emphasized this week and last week, is making sure we convert on third down, and I thought we did a pretty good job.
Main goal was to shut down the A's and B's for sure, which I think we did well. But yeah, trying to make them pass more. I think we did that successfully with Glasser's getting a pick as well.
Andrew, that's the story from BYU. Let's talk about a few other things UCF related. Wide receiver Kobe Hudson goes down first play of the game, leaves, undisclosed injury, no word immediately about the loss, but didn't look good from our vantage.
Yeah, most certainly. He got tackled really awkwardly, and it seems like his right leg may have planted. When he was coming off the field from our vantage point, it seemed like he couldn't put any weight on his right leg. So they took him in to the tent. They took him in for testing, and it seemed like he came back. He was dressed up, not in uniform, but he was walking on his own. So hopefully the best for Kobe Hudson.
Yeah, we've talked about some of the issues related to the offense, but let's talk about the defense as well. I understand BYU was on the field for 40 minutes, but there were opportunities for the Knights to get off the field, and again, they just couldn't.
Yeah, this team struggles so much to get off the field on third down. It's almost like they don't want to. Third or fourth down. Like you mentioned, 40 minutes of possession time. Last week, at least, UCF had some pick sixes, were able to get off the field. This week, it was 40 minutes of the possession time and allowing the pass game to be effective against them.
It's deja vu all over again. Another 5-game losing streak. The Knights no longer as formidable as they once were here in the bounce house, now in Season 2 in the Big 12. But hope springs eternal. It is the space game. The fan base seems to rally around that. Players seem to rally around that. They welcome in Arizona. Maybe that's the solution for what ails them.
Hey, UCF is undefeated in the space game, so hopefully that can be a turning point in the season for them. But the big issue is we don't know who the next quarterback for this team is. 4 quarterbacks through 8 games. Who starts this week? A lot of questions, not a lot of answers so far. For Andrew Cherico, I'm Trylko. Go Knights! Charge on.